How's it going, everyone? My name is Michael SK, and welcome back to the Labyrinth of Grisaia. So in the last episode, we returned to this lovely game, and we began Sachi's after route, which is basically the continuation of her route in the Fruit of Grisaia. So we found out that we are, I believe, a year forward in time from the end of the route in the Fruit of Grisaia.
Konnichiwa.
Apparently Amane has graduated. She is a dorm mother. Things seem overall okay. I don't really know what this after route is going to be about if things are actually 100% okay. So there's got to be something that comes up. And maybe something will come up here. Who knows? Because we are here at the hospital. I believe we are visiting Sachi's mother because she's in a comatose state, I'm pretty sure, ever since the accident when Sachi was a wee lad. And by that I mean just a kid. So, we'll get into this. Before we go any further, though, I would like to state that I finally found the setting where I can actually increase the opacity or transparency or whatever the fuck of the thing here at the bottom where the text is. And I looked at it at 100%, and yeah, that shit is solid. The reason why I am looking at this, someone actually suggested that I actually put that on 100% when we get to those H scenes, because there are many times when I have the text blocked by my censorship, my poor, rough censorship. So I will most likely, I will definitely go to that measure of putting the 100% thing on whenever we go into those H scenes so we can actually read a little bit more and I don't get yelled at. We're not going to read the entire things. You guys know me and how I feel about this kind of shit on YouTube, but I am trying. That aside, let us continue. As she walks in with a bouquet of flowers in her arms, Sachi calls out a greeting to the nurse station. We've been visiting more or less every week recently, so the procedures here are pretty much second nature to us by now.
お見舞いに来たよ、お母さん。
Okay. I was gonna say, if she's awake, I was gonna say, like, goddamn, things are more than 100% perfect.
今日は駅前でお花を買ってきたから、花瓶に生けてくるね。
Unfortunately, the condition of Sachi's mother hasn't changed much either. These days, Sachi regularly comes over to the hospital and speaks to her as she sleeps, but there's been no real signs of improvement. When the brain suffers severe damage, the chances of recovery over time are often very low. Sachi understands that, of course, but now her emotions are showing more clearly on her face. It's getting easier to see how much it pains her.
お待たせ。
Placing the vase of flowers on a table next to the bed, Sachi takes a seat in her folding chair and begins to speak while gently massaging her mother's hand.
そういえばね、先週は実際に私たちが結婚式を挙げる会場の見学に行ってきたんだよ。
That's another thing I forgot to say in the what happened last time sort of segment in the intro. The fact that they're getting married blows my mind, but I guess it's to be expected with whatever route you go through.
天井が高くて、壁は真っ白で、ステンドグラスがとっても綺麗な教会だったの。それで、私はその荘厳な佇まいに思わず感動しちゃったんだけど、ゆうくんが早めに切り上げちゃって。
That's because you said I wouldn't mind holding our wedding here this very instant, okay? Poor planner's face went white as a sheet.
だって一生に一度のことなんだから、そのくらいはしゃいじゃうのは当然だよね、お母さん。
Ah, the perfect response from mom.
それじゃまた来るね。
Until next time. As always, the two of us leave the room together about an hour after we entered it. On our way back from the hospital, Sachi responds to me normally enough, but sometimes I notice her abruptly falling silent, and there's a slight shadow on her face. I can tell she's feeling a bit down. Having finished off another of Sakaki's discarded books, I'm yawning to myself when I hear a knock at my door. It's not locked. You can come in.
ではお邪魔しますね。
I mean, who else was it gonna be? Of course it's Sachi. Sachi enters the room, accompanied by the fresh scent of soap. Her cheeks are slightly flushed. Did you just get out of the bath?
はい。大浴場のお掃除を終えた足でそのままといった感じです。
Oh, great. I see. She came into the room easily enough, but Sachi isn't moving from her position in front of the door. Don't just stand there. Come on over. Taking Sachi's hand, I pull her into an embrace.
ゆうくん
I totally forgot about that nickname, but now that I hear it, it brings back memories from my first trip through through the Fruit of Grisaia playthrough. Sort of my blind run, even so I sort of figured out that there were 5 stories that I was going to have to choose from, and I decided on Sachi. But still, goddamn! I have my needy days like everyone else, you know.
それなら仕方ありません。
Sachi answers me with a smile, but I think she's aware I'm not quite telling the truth.
やっぱりゆうくんに隠し事はできませんね。
What the fuck is with that small-ass text? Was that supposed to be her whispering? I've never seen that used in any of these Grisaia games. Jesus Christ. I can hear the word Sachi whispers against my shoulder, but decide to pretend I don't. It can be hard for a woman to show weakness, even when they want emotional support. It's probably just human nature. As Sachi leans against me, I notice there's something slightly different about her tonight. Did you change your shampoo?
はい。春寺さんからお土産でいただいた外国のオーガニックシャンプーを使ってみたのですが、いかがでしょうか。
JB. Or at least I think that's JB. Sorry, I'm terrible with remembering names. Especially when they're complicated and I can't pronounce them. I really don't know what the deal is or how much Sachi and the other characters know in this timeline. And I'm going to be saying the same thing about the others as well. I think Machina's I definitely know how much everyone knows in that. I think. Well, I know Machina knows everything. And then there's Amane who doesn't give a fuck, so... Well, I like the fragrance, but since when were you too close, or when were you too close enough to give each other presents?
いつと聞かれると困ってしまうのですが、最近は2週間に1度くらいのペースでお会いして食事をしながらお話をしたりしていますね。
Now that is interesting. Really? What do you talk about?
そうですね。最初は春寺さんのお仕事に関する愚痴から始まることが多いですけど、主題となるのはいつもゆうくんのお話ですよ。
I see. I was starting to relax because the woman wasn't showing up at the door much lately, but apparently she's just acquired a source on the inside.
その反応から察すると、ゆうくんは裸より半脱ぎで行為に及んだ方が興奮するという考察も私の胸だけにしまっておいた方が良かったでしょうか。
Where the fuck does this come in? Probably. Giving JB more information than she needs is only enough, or is only going to entertain her.
わかりました。
Nodding slightly in response to my words, Sachi timidly grips at the sleeve of my shirt. I might not be the world's most tactful person, but even I'm not stupid enough to pull out my cell phone and start yelling at JB right now. Sorry. Guess I kind of ruined the mood there.
だったらここから挽回してください。
God fucking damn it. Like, how can you not laugh at that? Jesus Christ. There's an expectant look in Sachi's eyes as she murmurs these words. I respond by kissing her gently. What a nice move. What a nice response. Alright, no, listen. I forgot, this is Labyrinth. Of course, the fucking voices are going to continue, even so I skip. That's going to make everything lovely. The reason why I skip through these scenes is because of the noises that are being made could also be taken off as too sexual for YouTube. So that's where I get worried. So it's not only a visual thing, it's everything else. No matter how many times I taste them, I never seem to get bored of Sachi's lips. That's great. I push my mouth against hers greedily. That's also great. Savoring the soft sensation. Alright, don't need any of that, but when I pull back to take a breath, Sachi promptly initiates another kiss herself. Alright. Lovely. I'm sorry, like, I don't understand how anyone in my position could see this as okay. This is awkward. She presses her mouth tightly against mine, then slips her tongue into the small gap between my lips. It's called the mouth, by the way. It's rare to see Sachi being so aggressive right from the start, but as a man, I can't just sit back and let her take the initiative. Oh, fuck. I cannot skip the noise. It's so weird. Adapting to Sachi's movements, I use my own tongue to slowly push hers back. Wow. The descriptions are so great, but wrapping my arms tightly around Sachi, I explore her mouth with my tongue. I really shouldn't be getting louder. People could hear me. But the reason why I am trying to be loud is to cover up the noises I don't want to hear. Like this. Every time it touches one of her sensitive spots, she pulls back slightly, and her body trembles in my arms. Wow. Reluctantly removing her lips from mine, Sachi lets out a hot little sigh. You're being awfully aggressive today.
好きな人に甘えたいだなんて言われてしまえば、自ら求めてしまうのも当然だと思いませんか?
I guess you really cannot argue that one. You sure about this? Using sex to forget about painful things never works out well in the long run. And I'm pretty sure Yuji knows this.
それは違います。ちょっとブルーだった気持ちは、ゆうくんがすぐに直してくれましたから。
Is it me or do the voices sound a little louder?
私が
Or at least
今ゆう
hers.
くんに抱かれたいと思っているのは、女としての差がのようなものかと。
Damn, dude. Reaching out slowly, Sachi brings her hand to my cheek. The casual suggestiveness of that small gesture causes an involuntary reaction in my lower body. Alright, in that case, I suppose it's my job to fulfill my girlfriend's expectations.
でも、今日は彼氏さんの期待に彼女が応える番です。
Holy fuck. Come again?
私がどうしてメイド服を着てきたか、わかりますか?
Oh shit, dude. It's for a different purpose. It's to clean something else. It's to clean up those desires, boy. A maid's job is to serve her master, so you want to service me today, Sachi?
その通りです。今日は名実ともにゆうくんの専属メイドになった私が精一杯夜のご奉仕をさせていただきます。
Okay, before we continue, holy fuck. Okay, no, like, her sound isn't, like, louder than anyone else's, but for some weird reason, she sounds really loud. I'll have to play this back when I'm editing. Alright, okay. We are back to reality, as I would like to call it. The settings are back to normal, I assume. Sometime later, Sachi's eyes blink open. You were asleep for about 2 hours. I really hope that he cleaned up that bed, though. When I provide this information in lieu of a greeting, I'm met with a mildly sulky gaze. What's the matter? Sorry if I did something wrong.
そういうわけではないのですが、また負けてしまいました。
Hey man, it looked like an equal battle to me, but I mean, who really knows? Say what?
今日も私の方がたくさん気持ちよくさせられてしまいました。
Is that what you're upset about? Really?
自分でも大人げないと思うのですが、勝負でゆうくんに負けてしまうと、なぜか胸がモヤモヤしてしまうんです。
Guess I can understand that. That's probably because you're just naturally competitive, Sachi.
やっぱり 負けず嫌いな女の子は可愛くありませんよね。
I wouldn't say that. I like strong-willed women, and I can't stand people who laugh off every loss instead of trying to improve.
それならよかったです。
Apparently reassured by this reply, Sachi turns over and takes my arm in hers. I've heard it said that it's easy to grow attached to someone after spending a night with them. It might be true. I feel like I fall a little more in love with this girl every time I sleep with her. That's quite a smile. Hard to believe you were pouting just a minute ago.
勝負でゆうくんに負けるのが悔しいだけで、ゆうくんのことは大好きですから。
Damn, dude! Sounds complicated.
それが乙女心というものです。
I'll take your word for it. Maybe it has something to do with the way we interacted as children, but I think Sachi still views me as a rival in some respects. I'm not sure if that's exactly a normal relationship dynamic, but it seems to work well enough for the two of us.
そういうゆうくんも嬉しそうな顔をしています。
Yeah, you call him Yukun. You do that. There aren't many men out there who'd look okay, when they have the woman they love in their arms.
急に恥ずかしいセリフを言わないでください。
God damn it. I was drinking, and I guess I, for some reason, clicked at the same time. Wow, I'm stupid. Well, I hope you guys read that. Huh. Is that another victory for me?
もう、ゆうくん本当に意地悪です。
Got that right, brother. Yeah, okay, that was my bad. Let's just go to sleep now, alright?
はい。おやすみなさいです。ゆうくん。
As I stroke her head, Sachi obediently closes her eyes. She's asleep within minutes. Watching her face from the side, I feel myself slipping into unconsciousness as well. Ah, what a day that was. Yeah, it is 2012. I brought that up in the last episode. I was wondering if a year truly went by, but yeah. The Fruit of Grisaia took place in 2011. It is 2012. Fantastic time. 2011 was the year that I started high school. If you guys want to know that fact, well, now you do. And I don't know what happened in 2012. It's probably nothing too great. There's nothing more hellish than getting tossed into the sea at night with your clothes on. One of the friends I made at my school in America, a guy who went on to become a Marine, brought that fact up whenever he got a little alcohol in his system. Clothes that aren't specifically designed for swimming have some serious water resistance. That makes every movement a challenge. Just staying afloat while clothed takes much more strength than you'd think. On top of that, the sea is pitch black at night, so you're naturally thrown into a state of panic. Everyone thrashes around trying to keep their face above water, clutching desperately at anything or anyone they can. From above, it apparently resembles nothing so much as spirits crawling up out of hell to drag the living down with them. If you're wondering why I'm remembering this charming story, it's because I'm currently undergoing a similar experience in my own bed. As I wake from sleep, I'm immediately aware that my body's being squeezed tightly, as if by the coils of an enormous snake. However, the responsible party is neither a reptile nor a vengeful spirit. It's my girlfriend.
ゆうくん。
Not exactly just girlfriend, fiancé to be exact. Come on, Yukun. Even as she mutters adorably in her sleep, Sachi's legs squeeze my thigh with redoubled force. Of course, the girl's only human. Every once in a while, when you're really having trouble sleeping, it's understandable to use your partner's body as a makeshift pillow. However, this right here is a premeditated crime, which changes things significantly. Come on, Sachi. You're awake, aren't you? She slept in her maid uniform. I guess that's normal. I don't know how many times I've asked her this by now. Not that she ever replies. After a solid year of this routine, I've naturally developed a few more effective ways to handle the situation. If you don't stop pretending to be asleep right now, I'm going to ban you from sharing my bed.
それは困ります。
Oh shit. The instant I whisper my threat into Sachi's ear, she replies in a slightly disgruntled tone of voice. I don't want to deny my girlfriend the chance to express her affection, but It gets a little hard to breathe when you wrap yourself around me that tightly.
と言いつつ、こっちのゆうくんは正直ですよ。
What the fuck?
朝からふっくらと。
Oh, don't tell me it's time for round 2. Only because a certain someone keeps rubbing her thighs against him.
おはようございます、ゆうくん。
Seriously, can you not talk to my penis? Also, stop ignoring me.
話はちゃんと聞いていますよ。
This is weird.
ただ、普段のゆうくんはなかなか隙を見せてくれないので、思う存分ゆうくん分を補給しようとすると、必然的に寝込みを襲うことになってしまうんです。
You think like an assassin, woman.
ダメですか？
Fuck. Gripping my sleeve with just the right amount of force, she gazes up at me with pleading eyes. Okay, who taught you to beg like that?
マキちゃんです。
Oh, I was gonna say Amane. In other words, it's ultimately... Oh, yeah, it is Amane's fault. Perfect! Sachi's imitating her closest friend Makina, and Makina imitates the person she spends the most time with. Seems Suo Amane is the root of all evil. Anyway, you make it sound like I'm depriving you of love. We just spent the night together, didn't we?
セックスの基本理念は性欲を満たすことですから、イチャイチャとは似て異なるものなんです。
This is getting downright philosophical.
いいえ、至極簡単な話ですよ。つまり、ゆうくんが普段から、サチは可愛いぜ、抱き枕にしちゃいたいくらいなんだぜ、チュッチュッって感じなら問題ないんです。
If I ever fell that low, I think the self-loathing might drive me to suicide.
でも、ゆうくんを困らせるつもりはありませんので、寝込みを襲うのは今日で終わりにしようと思います。
Surprisingly understanding of you.
その代わり、ゆうくんも譲歩してください。
I don't have a problem with that, but what sort of compromise did you have in mind exactly?
どんなことでもいいんですか？
Uh-oh. Well, anything I can provide.
ゆうくんと何か一つイチャイチャ。どうしましょう。楽しすぎます。
I'd appreciate it if you went with something fairly low on the difficulty scale.
では、そうですね。
After thinking it over for a little while, Sachi closes her eyes and brings her face up to mine. Let's see. You want me to slap you on the cheek?
ぶっ飛ばしますよ、ゆうくん。これはすべての恋人が通る道。おはようのキスじゃないですか。
I didn't know that was an obligation, but alright. Understood. However, I'd like to point out that the human mouth is said to contain more bacteria in the morning than the seat of a public...
またこん人はそげん言葉言ってごまかそうとしよる。
When did Sachi ever talk like this? Well, it's the truth.
いいえ、寝起きでも私はリンゴの味がしますし、ゆうくんはきっとサメさんの味がします。
A sharky taste. What kind of flavor would that even be? People talk about shark meat, but it's fundamentally fish, right? I think they use them as an ingredient in fish paste and hand-pen cakes, so... As I consider the matter with far more seriousness than it warrants, Sachi abruptly forces her lips against mine. Halfway through the kiss, she opens her eyes just a little, sending a silent message, "How very careless of you."
こんな風にすれば、ゆうくんにも隙が生まれるというのは最近わかりました。
Yuji does think a little bit more than he needs to on a lot of things. As she announces this, Sachi offers me a satisfied smile. Honestly, you're a real handful now that you've gotten so brazen.
ゆうくんのお嫁さんになる女の子はこのくらいじゃないと務まらないと思いますけど。
True enough. Fortunately, there doesn't seem to be anyone trying to approach this dorm at the moment, so the risk of a sudden crisis is probably well under 10% for the foreseeable future. But if someone were to attack in the middle of the night, I'm confident Sachi would be composed enough to wake up and take immediate evasive action.
ただ、もう一度言っておきますけど、私がこんなことをしなければいけないのはゆうくんのせいなんですからね。
I see. Be tough on other people, but even tougher on yourself. Unless you keep yourself watchful and alert at all times, you'll end up getting into trouble when you least expect it. My master and instructors drilled those lessons into my head, but perhaps it wouldn't hurt to let down my guard on occasion. Yeah, maybe. Alright, so we'll end it here. I just read a little bit of what was said there, and now I'm very curious. Oh, perfect. Kazumi Yuji goes Dede. Fantastic. I can't wait to see what the next episode will bring. So, thank you for watching. Hopefully I did everything as I felt like I needed to for that H scene, and I hopefully didn't upset too many people, because it's really difficult, guys, to do these things, especially when that audio continues. I'd like to show a lot more, but I feel like I just really can't. There doesn't seem to be like a voice skip. Set if you want to cut a voiced line short when advancing text. Oh. I see. Well. That's embarrassing. I guess I will, work up on strategies for whenever the next H scene is, with that new setting that I just found. Regardless, thank you for watching, and hopefully you enjoyed. If you did, leave a like, and subscribe for more. I'm very disappointed with myself, and that's why I sound like this. I'm sorry, but I'll see you guys next time.